Well, morning. It's day 3. We're in Kununurra. I've just checked out of the Ivanhoe Village caravan park. Had a nice chat with a lady there, Lee, who... so this was a place that looked after Vibivaka when he was getting around in his, doing his epic EV journey. So a couple of things. I wanted to let Lee know that that's the reason I stayed here, and I think if anyone in the EV community is coming through, aside from the fact this is a really great place to stay, really lovely park, I think if we sort of reward or look after those people who kind of look after EV drivers, that's a good thing as well. So she was really chuffed that I stayed here because of, how kind they'd been to Viva. So, and I had a really nice stay here. So cars at 100%. Shout out as well to Pete at the Agricultural Society here. So he left the gate open for me so I could get in and charge very early this morning. I had to be at 100% sort of by now, which is 8 o'clock. So I got in there at about 3:30 this morning. I couldn't get in there yesterday afternoon because they had a footy tournament on, so they had the gates locked, and he told me that. So he very, very, very kindly opened up early this morning. But I had a problem trying to plug in my 32 amp 3-phase adapter or plug into one of their points. It just wouldn't go in. I thought it was the first, it was the plug the first time, so I moved to another one and couldn't get it in as well. And I haven't got it, but the tiny piece of plastic, I took a couple of photos of it. I think in Catherine had got stuck onto one of the pins of the 32 amp 3-phase plug, so I just could not get it in, and I could not get that piece of plastic off. So I put the 20 amp plug on and just plugged in just to get some charge going in, and then luckily in one of my kits I've got a pair of pliers, and I managed to get that piece of plastic off and get plugged in and get charging at a better rate. So again, just another lesson in there about being prepared, having some good kits with some basic tools in there. You saw the benefit in Catherine of me having the 3-phase extension lead. So just some of this planning so far, touch wood, has started to pay off, and that got me out of trouble. The other thing with this Ivanhoe Village Caravan Park, it's directly opposite the showgrounds where you charge. So I could go in, plug my car in, I left it there. Pete said to me that it would be safe in there, so I could come back to the room and have a shower and get ready to go. So that's been really excellent. Kununurra, if you haven't been here, I would love to stay longer, and in fact we'll come back here I think on a family break. You could easily have a week here. There's plenty of stuff to have a look at. Really great place. Again, surprised me how big it was, surprised me how much there is here. It's well worth a visit. So now we're about to head off to Warmun, which is 196 kilometres away. So we should get there about 10ish this morning. I've already rung and spoken to the lady there. Sorry, names are I'm missing names at the moment. I think it was Sue, perhaps. But anyway, she's very keen for me to go and charge there, so we'll go and charge there and then push on to Fitzroy Crossing. Then that's where we'll spend the night. Another thing to love about Kununurra is that the whole town and surrounding industry is powered by a 30 megawatt hydro power plant in the Ord River. It generates over 212 gigawatts of emission-free energy every year. There's only one thing better than charging an electric car, and that's charging it from renewable energy. I really can't wait to come back to Kununurra, but for now it's time to get back on the road. Okay, so I've been charging here for about, I'm at Warmun Roadhouse. Been charging here for about an hour, a little bit over an hour. Really great charging spot, and it's put here by Horizon Power. Just one little issue. It's a 32 amp 3-phase plug, but apparently it's on a 20 amp breaker. So my car can pull 24 amps. So I tripped the breaker a couple of times, so I had to wind down my charge rate, which was okay. Just slowed things down a little bit, but no big deal. But Sue and Bobby here, super friendly, super helpful. I felt really bad that Bobby had to keep going and tripping the breaker, putting the breaker back, but you know, no drama. He was happy enough to do that. Really lovely people. So if you know, if you're passing through here in an EV, good spot to charge. I understand they've sent a couple of messages off now to Horizon about seeing if they can get a bigger breaker on this, and that will solve that problem, you know, straight away. Okay, so we're going to head off now to Halls Creek for a little bit of charging, and then Fitzroy Crossing by this evening, trying to get there by 6, so a little bit touch and go at the moment. So anyway, we better get cracking.